Hey everybody, today we're going to be installing the Tesla 3 Mudflap kit. Tools that I'm using is going to be a nylon brush and some car wash detergent to clean everything up, a towel or rag, hammer, scissors, flathead screwdriver, and a 10 millimeter wrench. First things first, we're going to move the car wheel to turn so that we can actually have access to these two pins here. We have to remove those. And there is a hatch at the bottom and a bolt to remove at the bottom. So I'm going to clean that area up because we won't be able to get to it once we put the mud flap back on. And I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver. Once I wipe everything off, I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver to find the detent in these clips and pop them open simply by rotating the flathead. They should just come out very easily. It would pop open. Once those are open, you can pull them out with your hands. Next, we're going to go underneath the car and use the same flathead screwdriver to pry open that access hatch. Okay, so we're going to use our 10 millimeter ratchet, and we have to make sure that it's going counterclockwise in order to remove that bolt and washer that'll come out. There you go. Okay, next we're going to I use meat shears, and I just actually have one cut, and you can actually tear the rest of it off with your hand, or you can cut the rest with your scissors. Those parts and pieces will no longer be used. We will be using the hardware that does come with the kit in order to do the install. Now this system has both the smaller mud flap and then the bigger piece. I opted for both pieces because I do get quite a bit of leaves and debris in the fall. So I put both pieces on. That is your choice if you want to install just the smaller piece. If you do use this piece, these pieces of adhesive, the backer comes off pretty easily. If you have fingernails, you can do that, or use your screwdriver to get it started, and you can peel those off. And then you just assemble those two pieces together. You can see here that the clips allow it to line up and the holes to line up so that you're installing that as one piece onto the car. Next, we're going to make sure that we line it up. I started with the two pins to just get it set onto the car, and you can line up the holes from the pins that you already took out. It might take a little bit of work, but you want to make sure that they are lined up, and you can use a little bit of force to push the new pins into the car, holding the mud flap on. And then from there, we're going to go underneath the car again, make sure that the 10 millimeter socket is in clockwise so that you can, well actually we're not going to use the wrench yet. I'm just going to use that part and hand screw it underneath the car into the hole that the other bolt came out of. So I'm going to work that until it's hand tight, and then we're going to come back in and use the ratchet to tighten it a little bit more, just so that it's tighter, but not so tight that I risk breaking anything. Okay, so here's the ratchet part. Again, just a couple clicks. And we should be good to go. Okay, so with this, if you have the finger strength or something like that, I would actually recommend pushing them in. I used a hammer to get I made sure that I was aiming correctly because this could do some damage to your rim. But a nice blunt hit to that spot was able to pop those pins right into place. Again, you may want to protect that wheel or rim or use your fingers, and that's how you install that mud flap with the extension piece on here. So I'm going to straighten the wheel back out and take a look around the car to show the final product of the newly installed mud flaps on a very dirty car. So here it is from the back. I have noticed that the ground clearance is quite low with that extension piece. Something to be aware of. Again, I have a lot of debris that will kick up on the car, so I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I like that. But it is a pretty low ground clearance with those extension pieces on the Model 3. Thanks for watching.